All their news has been fact-checked by the Magic 8 Ball. Here's Comic Book Man and JR.
If we're going to be damned, let's be damned for what we really are.
Media News, episode 120, Gums.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for...
It's time for Media News.
Media News.
What else would it be time for?
Media News is coming to you from Alternate Reality, located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all new comics
All of them.
are 15% off every day for everyone. And this Media News is a potpourri Media News.
Yes.
We got a little franchise, a little comic book, a little regular Media News, and to lead us off, we're going to
And a
start...
little gout.
And
We have a little gout.
You do?
No.
Really? Oh, okay. And to lead off, we're going to go with comic book, specifically... the best new show on television.
And people think it's a comic book?
Yeah, what?
This is a comic?
Did my kids read it? Sure, bring the
Yeah,
kids.
sure. Yeah, sure.
Tell them to bring their crayons.
Especially like the part where the zombie's head gets shotgunned off.
You'll need two reds.
Yeah, pinky and maroon.
For those of you that have been living in a cave, this is the best new show on
Oh,
television.
good. Thank. Where have I been?
And
6 episodes.
Huge. Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
6
exactly.
episodes in, and it's the best
Best
show ever
on
made.
television. Yeah, best new show. And actually, then the 5th episode went up again. It had another uptick
That's
in
crazy.
ratings.
And actually, it's a damn good
It's
show.
a damn
It
good
really
show.
is.
You know, just when you think zombies, it's like, geez, they've done zombies to death. Here along comes this, and it's
No
just
pun
fantastic.
intended.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, that's great. I made a joke and didn't even know it.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
There was
Dun, dun, dun.
a rumor. It's Walking Dead, Law and Order.
Yeah, Law and Order Walking Dead. When it comes to the undead, there are two sides of justice. There's the walking and the dead.
The living.
This
and
is
the
their
dead.
story.
Yeah.
Dun dun.
There was an internet rumor that broke the other day that said that the executive producer of the show, Frank Darabont, executive producer, co-writer, and director of some episodes, Frank Darabont, had fired the entire writing staff going into season 2.
How'd you
Which
go?
is just
You're too damn
just
good.
amazing to me, because you know what? It's the best new show on television, and they just shit can the
Well,
writing
it's
staff.
sort of a rumor, but it's sort of true, because here's what happened. The writing on this show
Yeah,
ended like 8 months ago.
yeah.
So what happened was the writers have all kind of moved on to other projects.
Okay, well, yeah.
So now going into Series 2, Frank Darabont has to try and gather up some of these writers if they aren't involved in other projects,
Yeah.
which they probably already are. But more than likely, he's going to have to hire a new group of writers to come in for this.
Well,
show.
then he didn't really fire them. They just sort of disappeared through
Because
attrition.
of the long gap, it was only a 6-episode
Yeah.
first season, and there was going to be a huge gap between that and Season 2.
Yeah.
These guys have to make a living, so they moved on to other
Well,
projects.
plus if it's a new deal to be made on something you know is popular, chances are
Exactly.
everybody wanted a lot more money.
I can't wait until they start up the new season, because everyone's gonna look 5 years old.
Older, exactly. But here's the other side of this deal, too, is that writing and television has taken a little bit of a change, Comic Book Man.
Okay.
And this started in Europe. The BBC's been doing this. Freelance writers
Yeah.
are being hired, and it's starting to happen here in America. And the rumor is that AMC and Frank Darabont will look at a group of freelance writers
Okay.
to come in on the show. So don't worry, it's going to be the same quality, the same people involved.
And you forgive me, but you've got Robert Kirkman, the guy who wrote it
Who
all
wrote
anyway.
the show is still
He's
going to be
working there.
involved
I
in
don't
it.
think you'd worry.
The quality's not going to take a tumble, I'm sure.
not
They've
too
got a lot invested in this, and it's not like it's a flop. This thing is hugely successful and has got huge buzz going for it. So it's not going to start stinking anytime soon. So,
Okay.
there you go.
This
You know, you're gonna wait till October. To
This?
see.
this was responsible for
yes,
this
is true.
coming to television,
Yep.
because before Walking Dead even came on the air with its first episode, the buzz was so good on it that Fox said, "What can we get? What can we get?" And this was available.
And it's also written by, is it Joe Hill?
Joe Hill, which
Who
is
is
Stephen King's
Son.
son.
So his son, and now we've got an actress, Miranda Otto, is going to be joining the cast of this series. The pilot is going to be made by motion picture director Mark Romanek, who made 1 Hour Photo
Yeah.
and the wonderful Never Let Me Go, which I have reviewed on the website. There's a cross promotion for you. It's there right now, brand new review.
Yes, it is.
He's going to be directing the pilot of this. Another comic book comes to television.
Another one
with
comes
a
to
good
television.
pedigree.
With a good pedigree. Staying in the world of comic books, X-Men.
First class, a teeny tiny story. The ever smiling Ray Wise.
Yes. Now, what's Ray Wise done for those who don't know?
Oh,
who
he has
is?
been in Twin Peaks. What else has Ray Wise done?
Reaper.
Reaper. He had a series.
He was the
for-
devil.
He
He was
the
the devil in
yes.
Reaper. We'll be playing the United States Secretary of State.
For President Kennedy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
means he will be playing.
Oh, I don't
who was the
remember. That's a
Secretary
good
of
question.
State?
Gary Salinger?
No, that was a press secretary. That was a press secretary. Bobby Kennedy. He'll be
Playing
playing.
Bobby Kennedy.
Liam
I don't
Neeson.
remember. We'll have to
I
Google
forget who the
that.
Secretary of State was
Yeah, no.
under Kennedy.
I don't remember.
But he's going to be playing him.
He will be playing him with a big grin on his face.
Big grin on his face. Also, in comic book news.
Yeah, this is big. This just kind of broke today, so here
Fix
you go.
it.
Fresh. It's fresh. Yeah, we're gonna fix it. Spider-Man. Spider-Man has some parents now
Oh,
in
really?
his motion picture. Yes, he does.
A mommy and a daddy?
Mommy and a daddy. So
Okay.
man, this is gonna be origin heavy, comic book man.
And who are the mommy and daddy?
Daddy is going to be played by, thanks to Bo, by the way, for bringing me these names, Campbell Scott, who is
Yes.
the son of
George
legendary
C.
actor-
Scott!
of George
Soup.
C. Scott of Campbell Soup. They got together, and man, there's an image. But
Yeah.
anyway,
George C.
and-
Scott and Campbell Soup.
and Mom will be played by
Drink this!
Mom will be played by an actress from one of them Law and Order shows.
Yes. Who is it? Julianne.
Julianne Margulies. No,
Julianne Nicholson.
Julianne Nicholson.
Yes.
Jack Nicholson's son?
No, yeah.
No.
No?
She was in Law and Order Criminal Intent.
There you go.
Okay.
Law and Order Criminal Intent. So
Dun dun!
he has a mommy and a daddy, so
They
look
also
for
hired 2 more actors.
And there's a couple more actors playing villains, from what I understand, and they're still not talking about who those villains
You
are.
know who they are, Bo?
They hired an actor to play the Proto-Goblin. You're going, who the hell's the Proto-Goblin? The Proto-Goblin popped up in the issue of Amazing one time. But he's going to be in
One
the film.
time.
One time only. It hasn't been seen since. People went, who? They also hired Rubicon's Annie Parise to play the wife of one of the villains because she's no longer working on the AMC show Rubicon because
It got
the Weasels
canceled.
who renewed Walking Dead canceled Rubicon. Damn
Okay,
them.
whatever.
Damn.
Thanks, Bo.
Damn!
And
Bye.
for those of you that can tell us what issue the Proto Goblin was in, this will be like a quiz. Write your answers
To
on the
Bo.
back of a $20 bill
And send it to Bo.
Media Outhouse, care of Media Outhouse Plaza, 1 Media Outhouse.
One Media Outhouse Road. Okay, moving on.
Yes.
We're done with comic book news. Franchise news,
Franchise,
specifically
Star-
Space, The Final Frontier.
Yes. These are the voyages, the second voyage for the new
Second one.
rebooted Star Trek. Screenwriters Roberto Orci and Alex Kurtzman have said, script is done. We cracked it, guys. We got it. We're going. We're ready to go.
It's all set.
It's all set to go.
I assume they haven't said anything about it.
No, the only thing they're willing to say is we covered this, that it is one of possibly 5 original
5.
series villains, which we gathered was either going to be, when we narrowed it down,
We thought it would be Trelane.
Yeah, or somebody else. Oh,
And
no.
Trelane.
No, our major one was Gary Mitchell.
Gary Mitchell,
We
Gary
thought it
Mitchell.
would be Gary Mitchell.
Yeah, Gary Mitchell. The Horta, I think, was
The
one
Horta
of
was
them.
another
The Horta
one,
was one
and
of them.
the big head things from the original. part.
Klingons,
Yeah.
the Klingons.
But the only thing they're willing to say about the story itself, which is not much, is it is not a sequel. It is not the middle part of a trilogy. It's not the beginning of a trilogy.
It's
it is
not
a,
Khan.
Exactly. It is a standalone film. They're not doing any sort of follow-up type of stuff.
To one of the characters.
It's connected to what does that mean, Bo?
It means the villain is
It's Gary Mitchell.
Gary Mitchell.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. That's what we just.
Because he's the only one of those 5
Hey,
connected to the
Hey,
actual
comic book man,
character.
didn't we just kind of say that a moment ago?
No, you didn't say that. You were guessing.
Oh, okay. All right.
What's wrong with you?
Thanks, Bo. Have some more Christmas wine. There you go. All right, so that's
Okay.
That's
coming.
why his mommy named
soon.
him the
Oh,
spoiler.
and they also let slip that it looks very likely that J.J. Abrams will step back into the director's chair.
Good.
For the sequel.
Good.
You got no TV show to work on no more.
Boy, if you're not sick of Pirates of the Caribbean now, you sure are going to be very, very soon.
Oh, why's that?
Not only has Part 4 just like finished filming
Yes.
and not even hit the theaters yet,
Yes.
Disney told cast and crew to block out a major chunk of time soon.
Chunk of their life.
Exactly, because they want to make parts 5 and 6 back to
Oh,
back. This thing is not going to end. Now, I don't understand that statement because Johnny Depp's a busy boy. Johnny Depp has coming up, he starts filming Dark Shadows early next year, and supposedly is going to go right into The Lone Ranger right after that at some point.
Yeah.
So when Pirates of the Caribbean 5 and 6 are going to gear up, and Disney's telling people block out a major chunk of time soon, could this insinuate that Johnny Depp is not involved in Pirates of the Caribbean 5 and 6?
Well, Lone Ranger's being done by Disney, right?
Yes, it is.
Not Dark Shadows, though. But
No.
Lone Ranger's being done
Right.
by Disney. So it sounds to me like Johnny Depp wants Disney to buy him an island. Or something.
I think maybe Johnny Depp has probably priced himself out of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
at this
well, that
point.
could be it, too. That could be it, too.
Going into your 5th and 6th film in this franchise, he's probably looking for a lot of dough.
Well, you know, he's going to be in the Lone Ranger. It's not like, you know, Disney's going to go, well, we never want to work with you again because he's in the Lone Ranger.
By the way, Johnny Depp said he'd like to play the Lone Ranger, either Brad Pitt or George Clooney.
Well, I assume Depp is going to be in the movie also. I
He
know
is
he's
playing
he's
Tonto.
produced. Yeah, Tonto.
He's
Okay.
playing Tonto. but as his co-star,
Doesn't he have something to do with the production of it too?
I don't know. Bo is signaling me. Yes, he is involved in the production at some point.
Okay.
Last story.
And finally, our last story is about James Bond.
Yes, we reported a couple of weeks ago that now that MGM's financial woes seem to be behind them for the time being, James Bond is gearing up. It's one of the projects they want to get cracking. Back in a few years ago when they were going to make the last James Bond film, Sam Mendes, who gave us the Oscar-winning American Beauty and Road to Perdition, a comic book adaptation, was attached at the time. Is still attached to the project.
Oh, really?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
And according to the film's composer, David Arnold, he was just told that we're gearing up, so start thinking about what you want to do.
Okay.
So here it comes.
Do they have a James Bond?
It's probably...
Same guy, isn't it?
Yeah,
I thought
we
Daniel
hope so.
Craig's schedule was...
Well, Daniel Craig will probably make time to make a big ton of money on playing James Bond. So,
Yeah, I don't know if they want to get recasting right now.
No, now's not the time when you're coming
unless
back
they
in.
absolutely positively have to.
Exactly.
Liam Neeson?
There's always Liam Neeson.
There's always room for
You
Liam
There's
Neeson.
room for Liam Neeson. You know, I hear Liam Neeson is going to be playing the villain in the next 5 Bond films.
And the Lone Ranger.
And the Lone
He has
Ranger,
8
too.
agents.
Because, you know, he just does everything as long as there's a check involved.
Exactly.
That's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We got no more media news. But
This is for
you
you.
can go to the store's media news department at the store's website.
Media news
Yes.
department?
Where the hell is that? At the store's website. And
Yahoo.
check out all of Bo's media news and all of this guy's reviews. And where's that at?
Sarah knows.
You
As she's going to tell you in between coughing.
You betcha she is.
www.myalternatereality.com. It's chock full of uselessness.
So stop off at the store's website and check out all of his media reviews and all of Bo's media news. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
And it's JR.
Saying,
Have the happiest and merriest of holiday
Things that you
season.
do.
happy holidays, everybody. We hope that you all have a happy and joyous one, like he just said. And make it a safe one, because we want to see you back after the
And
holidays.
come in and make it a comic book Christmas.
at Alternate Reality. So until then, bye! The December heroes of the month this month are The Men Without Fear, Black Panther, and Daredevil. All month long here at Alternate Reality, all of my Black Panther and Daredevil trade paperbacks and back issues will be 25% off all month long. All my soft covers, all my hard covers, all my essentials, all my masterworks, and of course all the back issues for both Matt Murdock's Daredevil and T'Challa's Black Panther are going to be 25% off all month long. Stop on down. You don't want to miss it. Get your fill of The Men Without Fear. Alternate Reality is located at 3149 West 111th Street. That's the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in Chicago, the beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood neighborhood. You can always reach us at 773-881-HERO or at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com.